Welcome back to Boys on Film, and today we are talking about The Shape of Water.
Yes, the new Guillermo del Toro film.
Are you a fan of his?
I am. Visually, I think he's an amazing director. So anytime a new film comes out, I definitely want to go see it. And this film, if you're into him and his films for the same reason that I am, then you'll love this film.
He has a really unique style, doesn't he? He loves his colours, the greens.
This movie is very green, very aqua. Yeah.
This film ticked so many boxes. I mean, one of those boxes was the starring role, which was Sally Hawkins.
Yeah.
And for me, is a massive tick.
I didn't really know much about what the story was going to be about.
I didn't know anything
other than
before we saw it.
There's a fish hand.
Yeah.
And that looked quite interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, the story is set in 1962 Baltimore. The character's name is Elisa.
That's Sally Hawkins.
Yeah, and she's a cleaning lady. She's mute, and she lives just a very kind of a humdrum, goes to work, one of her best friends is also a cleaning lady who's OCTAVIA SPENCER.
She's hilarious.
She's fantastic. And just kind of tells the story about how she falls in love with this creature from the Black Lagoon.
Which sounds ridiculous.
That the government is experimenting on.
You clean that lab, you get out.
She deaf?
Mute, sir. She can hear you.
The thing we keep in there is an affront. And I should know, I dragged it all the way here.
Yeah, I would have to say it's very original. I've never seen a movie like this before. A bit graphic, too.
Yeah. Surprisingly graphic. I mean, it was an eye-opener, wasn't it?
Yeah, in terms of human on fish love, sexual relations, but yeah.
I would say it's probably his most commercial film. It seems to be a real adventure film, and it's light-hearted, it's got a lot of comedy in it, it's got a lot of action.
It didn't feel surprisingly dark like some of his other films are.
It wasn't too dark compared to his other films.
And you could see he was going for a couple comedic moments that felt like a bit out of character or out of director style for Guillermo del Toro.
I think it was a good move.
He's a wild creature. We can't ask him to be anything else.
Yeah.
I'm really glad he's experimenting with that because I think it's refreshing.
It's going to resonate with audiences.
Yeah.
It's got a great score for both audiences and on Rotten Tomatoes right now. So from 97, 98%. So people like it. I would highly recommend seeing it. I think Phil liked the film a little bit more than I did.
Probably. I think I'm biased because I do love Sally Hawkins. I love what she did with Mike Leigh, Happy-Go-Lucky.
Yeah.
I really think she's a charming actress when she plays the characters, and she's always different in films as well. She's not typecast.
She is very charming, and she doesn't say much in this film because she plays a mute character, but
much to her credit as well, I think, because I think it's a difficult role to play if you're not actually speaking.
I think that's really hard to do, and she just came across so charming and full of emotion, and to me, doing all that without saying words that's really good acting.
Yeah. You mentioned the other actress, who I think is probably one of the highlights for me, her role.
She is on fire right now.
Yeah.
Can she really do no wrong in any role that she takes on? The last I think we saw of her was in The Help and Hidden Figures. But yeah, she plays the best friend role very well and comes to the rescue at the end. And we won't spoil this one for you like we spoiled the last film. But,
we try not to, but we just can't resist it sometimes.
But if you're a fan of the brightness that OCTAVIA SPENCER brings to any role that she plays, happy or sad, then you're going to really love her in this film.
It's a very watchable film. I was engrossed. It's, I think, 2 hours? But yeah, 123 minutes. For some people, again, that might be just a little bit too long. I don't think it was baggy. I think it was the right length for the type of film it was, because there was a lot of intrigue.
Eliza, honey, he's coming for you.
I think it's a throwback to Guillermo's favourite films too, because obviously he was a massive fan of Creature from the Black Lagoon and all those sci-fi horror films.
You can definitely tell that in there. Some critics are calling it a humorous fish romance.
Yeah.
I'm like, some are calling it a horror, a horror film, which I think
I wouldn't say it was a
horror/romantic film. I think that's a bit off too. It's just one of those films that combines a lot of different genres. Because there's a little bit of teensy bit of horror in there. There's definitely suspense. There's definitely comedy. There's definitely drama.
I think it's really current too. I really like the message of love is love. But I think that was the message more than what the thing was that she was falling in love with. It was more I think post-Trump. I think really that's his intention.
That's interesting because you really felt with Eliza's character that she couldn't find too many people that were similar to her. I mean, she communicated with this creature who also didn't speak as well.
Absolutely.
And they fell deeply in love.
And we shouldn't forget also that he's written, produced and directed this movie. So it's not just a director's role, he's hands-on completely with this. And I think that's reflected in the style. I think he's having fun with it. I think he's throwing up a lot of stuff that he's enjoyed in the past. So you're going to give it a 3-star?
I'll give it a 3.5 stars, Phil. I didn't love it as much as you did, but I thoroughly enjoyed it.
It's 4 for me.
I think it's a good date movie.
Oh, it's a great date movie.
Take your dates to this movie.
Yeah.
It's definitely ticks all the boxes.
So don't forget, we are back to review more stuff soon, movies and TV, and you can find us online at eqmusicblog.com and filmmarriott.net, and we'll see you on the next video.
See you later.